Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Order. Questions for oral answer. Mr. Desmond Chu.
Question 1, please.
Sir, our government agencies are working to encourage family offices to invest in local companies in a number of ways. First, Singapore family offices, or SFOs, applying for tax incentive schemes have been required since April this year to allocate at least 10% or 10 million Singapore dollars of their assets, whichever is lower, to local investments. Local investments may include 1. Equities listed on Singapore exchanges, 2. Private equity investments in unlisted Singapore incorporated companies, or 3. Qualifying debt securities. Second, MAS and Enterprise Singapore have set up a number of platforms to connect local companies to potential investors, including family offices. These include Deal Fridays, FinTech Investor Sessions, and the Singapore Week of Innovation and Technology Switch, which we'll be organizing from 25th to 28th October this month. We're also encouraging matchups during the annual Singapore FinTech Festival, which will also be organized very shortly from the 2nd to 4th of November. Third, the MAS and EDB have supported the Wealth Management Institute's Global Asia Family Office Circle, which aims to encourage family offices here to make co-investments in companies as well as develop strategies in areas such as philanthropy and sustainable investments. At the same time, we must recognize that family offices come to Singapore to access investment and philanthropic opportunities in the broader Asian region. Now, this adds to Singapore's status as a dynamic as well as purposeful financial sector, supporting growth and opportunity in our neighboring countries.
Mr. Desmond Chu.
Deputy Speaker, I'd like to thank the MOS for his reply. I have a couple of clarifications. The first is, how have and will local companies and local workforce benefit from Singapore family offices? Second one, where do these family offices generally come from? That means from which country or from which industry were they operating in before they set up in Singapore? Thank you.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I thank the member for his SQs. The single family offices, the SFOs, generate employment in Singapore in a couple of ways. The first, by directly employing advisors and investment professionals, and also to generate indirect employment when they work, for example, with external finance, tax, and also legal professionals. And also fund administrators, for example, custodians on investment management, wealth planning, and also operational matters. So a wide aspect in both direct as well as indirect employment. Now, SFOs also expand the pool of patient capital for Singapore-based startups and also business ventures, as well as Singapore-based funds that invest in such companies. Investee companies may also benefit from the strategic guidance offered by the principals of these family offices, many of whom themselves are owners of successful businesses. Some families also use their single family offices or related entities to manage their investments and contributions towards social and philanthropic activities or causes in Singapore. With regards to the second SQ on where the family offices originate from, well, the SFO, the single family office community in Singapore, is diverse, it's international. They come from a variety of regions, including Europe, the US, as well as Asia. And families who are keen to set up a satellite presence here in Singapore, they do so because of our favorable business environment, connectivity to the region, which allow for them to use Singapore as a base to explore investment opportunities beyond Singapore to the region. Maybe I also just share a little bit about what we are doing to attract these family offices as related to that SQ. Member may know that in 2019, the MAS and the EDB jointly set up the Family Office Development Team, or FODT, to coordinate the whole of government effort to ensure Singapore remains a really relevant and attractive location for family offices. And this development team has 3 focus areas. The first focus area is to enhance this and widen, in fact, the operating environment to broaden the suite of asset vehicles such as VVCs, or VCCs rather, variable capital companies, that are available to these family offices. Second is to develop the capabilities and to build essential skill sets among our service providers, both local as well as foreign, and our professionals. So, for example, MAS and the Institute of Banking and Finance launched these skill maps for family office advisors, including those at banks and tax or legal firms, and also for entry-level professionals employed in family offices, and also then management-level executives who head and also run these offices. We also do this training for advisors. For example, the Wealth Management Institute and the SMU Business Family Institute have launched a series of training programs for family office advisors, professionals, and principals that are then accredited against these skill maps. So if there are many individuals or professionals who are interested in entering this space or to deepen your capabilities, you can also take reference to these skill maps to better equip yourselves with the necessary skill sets to enter this industry. MAS has available co-funding schemes in place to offset the training fees for professionals and attending these courses that have been accredited against these skill maps. Finally, we are also facilitating this community building amongst family offices, such as supporting the setting up of the Global Asia Family Office Circle to galvanize and to encourage like-minded family offices towards common areas of interest, such as ESG, philanthropy, enterprise financing, and to create opportunities for collaboration amongst many other co-investments. But I think the final point is that we have, as a posture, consistently welcomed a variety of financial as well as other capital investments into Singapore. We've welcomed individuals, companies who can contribute to Singapore's growth, create good jobs regardless of where they are and regardless of where the countries of origin they come from. So we need to remain open, we need to remain connected to global investors to strengthen Singapore's value proposition to Asia and to be a key Asian node for high-growth tech investment and tech companies to base here, to grow that patient capital, and then to grow and be a base for new and exciting industries, and ultimately create good jobs for Singaporeans. Thank you.